Hello students. So now we are here. I'm going to tell you about the morphology of the flowering plant, second part, and here I'm talking about the modifications in the stem. Now, it is the ascending part of the axis that developed from the plumule of the embryo of a germinating seed, and you can see that there is a plumule part which is growing into a leaf, and then it is having a radical part which we have already talked about, and it consumes the cotyledon reserve food and then forms the develops into a new leaf. Now it bears the branch, leaves, flowers, fruits, buds. All it may be, the buds may be terminal or axillary. Terminal means at the tip of the branch, and axillary at the lateral side of the branch, so that means it is axillary. And there are nodes and internodes also. Nodes are that point of the stem where the leaves develop or branches develop, and internode is the portion between the two junctions is known as internode. So I have already talked about the nodes and internodes. Nodes are the region of the stem where the leaves are born, and internodes are the portion between the two nodes. Now young stem is generally green, later often become the woody and dark. Obviously, because in the beginning it is not having the strengthened tissue, so in the beginning they will be green. Later, as they become older, so secondary tissues are formed, and then the stem becomes brown. Now, what are the functions of the stem? They spread out the branches bearing the leaves, flowers, and fruits. Right? It conducts the water and minerals, and photosynthesis means whatever food has been prepared in the leaf, so that food is to be transported from the leaf to the different parts of the body of a plant. And some plants help the stem help in the food storage, support, protection, and vegetative propagation. Now, modification of the stem. What functions they can do when they are modified? They can store food. Stem tendrils are formed, so tendrils help in anchoring and attaching to the host or support. Thorns for the protection, phylloclad, stolon, offset, and sucker. So one by one we will talk. Now, modification in the stem for food storage. Here, underground stems, for example, potato, ginger, turmeric, jimicant, colocasia. Colocasia, if you have heard, that is Arabi. So, they also act as organs for perennation to tide over the conditions unfavorable for the growth. Right? So, when these are the stems which are actually storing the food, and they help that the plant can again grow, and they will store. The plant will not die in the unfavorable conditions. Right? Now, stem tendrils. The slender and spirally coiled structures developed from the axillary buds. Here you can see in the cucumber, pumpkin, watermelon, grapevine, in pea plant also. There you can see that pea plant actually is a modification of leaves. So there you can see that these will develop into spiral structures, and they help in the climbing on the whatever support they are having. In this example, you can see that gourd, all the types of gourds like cucumber, pumpkin, watermelon, and grape vine. Now, next is thorn. Woody, straight, pointed structure developed from axillary bud. Axillary, the buds between the stem and the branches, there will be axillary bud, and that is developed into a pointed woody thorn. They protect plants from browsing animals, and this is mainly for the protection of the plant. For example, citrus means all the like lemon plants, they are having thorns. Bougainvillea, they are having thorns, and these are modified for the purpose of protection. Phylloclad. Phylloclad, you can see that in all the cactus, these cactus plants are having phylloclad. It is green, flattened, and fleshy, cylindrical stem containing chlorophyll for photosynthesis. So this is in most of the in other plants you can see that plants are having brown stem, but in where there is the stem becomes fleshy green and having the purpose of doing photosynthesis, this is called phylloclad. So Euphorbia, Opuntia, these are the plants were found in some plants of arid region, that means desert region. Opuntia, flattened stem, and Euphorbia, cylindrical stem. Stolon. It is a slender lateral branch that arises from the base of main axis and after growing aerially for some time arcs downwards to touch the ground. This you can see, and this mainly happens in mint. If you grow one plant, you can see that after some time it will cover some distance because of growing like this. So this happens in mint, jasmine. Offset. This happens in Eichhornia, Pistia. Eichhornia, if you have seen in the polluted water, these plants grow. So it is a lateral branch with short internodes and each node bearing a rosette of leaves and a tuft of roots. That means aerial part at the top, it will grow into a rosette or group of leaves, and at the bottom it will be having a bunch of a tuft of roots. These are mostly floating plants. So these type of modification of a stem is known as offset, and offset is a stem between the two rosettes. You can see that. So for example, aquatic plants like Pistia and Eichhornia. Sucker. As the word indicates, it is a lateral branch that originates from the basal underground portion of the main stem, and that means main stem is at the bottom of the tree diagram. You can see it is very clear that there is a main stem and there is a sucker which is attached to the main plant, and it is known as a sucker, right? It grows horizontally beneath the soil and come out obliquely upward, giving rise to leafy shoot. This happens mostly in the hedges also. You can see that the lateral lowest branch will go deep in go into the soil, and after some time it will come out, and this is known as sucker. This happens in very common examples are banana, pineapple, chrysanthemum. Okay, now underground stem, for example grass, strawberry, is spread to new niches, and when older parts die, the new plants are formed. That means the older part will keep on dying and the new parts will keep on growing, and this type of underground stems of some plant, for example grass, right? So this you can see in your gardens also, school gardens, wherever the grass is growing, you can see that the old part of the grass will dry up and the new grass will grow. So this is all about stems.